All right, here goes my notes. Took a lot of notes for this one for Ayman Zahibi because he has a very interesting style. Like off rip, you already know his type of style, and you already know what type of fighter he is. Very defensive type of fighter, very like point based type of fighter. I wouldn't say he's going in there to get knockouts, but he definitely has some grit and power behind his punches, bro. That's a nice one too in combo that he caught Basharat off guard with. And in this fight he won against Basharat. But also I noticed in this fight too, it taught me a lot of things because Basharat did a good job of going back and using feints and using counters early on. And that's something that I see in Suga Sean O'Malley that he does, 10 times better than Basharat. Also, Basharat is literally a walking bitmoji. Like the head on this dude is fucking crazy. Pause. But like, dude, his head is fucking massive. So Zahibi has a stationary target basically, and he comes out with the win. But Basharat, nevertheless, it wasn't a easy fight for Zahibi. I would say it's a hard fight for him because Basharat was doing like good things. He was mixing up kicks. He was using feints. He was actually throwing decent combos, and Zahibi would do a lot of things like that, where he would just try to rush in and try to get in on Basharat on the inside, and he couldn't know, like he didn't know how to do it. He was a lot of times leaping like this, a lot of times stuck on what to throw, and a lot of times he would throw just one punch and usually the lead hand to come inside, and that's not going to be enough to beat Suga Sean O'Malley, who's going to take steps like Basharat is doing here, but even in better angles and even in better counter punching, right? You have to be a little bit more disciplined than that. And as you see here, Zahibi is pretty much disciplined in the defensive category, but there's a lot of things that he does, like minor mistakes that he does just because of his style. Because he's in a Philly shell stance, everything that he throws that's pretty much with his lead hand, whether it's a jab or a hook, is going to come back down to his waist because he's so used to having that hand down at his waist. So that jab comes back down at his waist, and Suga Sean could plant his feet here and come with a boom two right over the fucking shoulder right here, right? And that's something that Suga Sean is known for doing. Like literally, Suga Sean is known for doing that. I literally put in my notes, an opponent can keep him away with straight shots. Like, and he sometimes has bad visuals. That's another thing too, that we could get into about Ariel Helwani. Ariel Helwani has bad visuals, bro. A lot of times he's a good defensive fighter, but when he does get hit, bro, it doesn't look good. It generally doesn't look good. He had a good fight against Jose Aldo, old Jose Aldo, but then in like I think it was the second, halfway through the second round, he gets dropped. He gets dropped by Jose Aldo, bro. He gets hurt bad, and he gets hurt by a straight shot. Jose Aldo throws a straight shot, boom, goes straight down the guard and comes with a knee right after, bro. Boom, and then fucking hits him on the way up. Zahibi trying to run, and this is what I mean by bad visuals, man. I think when Zahibi gets hurt, it's not like another fighter where like they're able to kind of hide it at least a little bit. Like when Zahibi's hurt, bro, he's fucking hurt. Though he does have grit, it's just bad visuals like this, like the running away, bro. The running away looks crazy, and to the judges, that's not gonna look that good, especially if he's down in a fight, right? But in this fight, he was able to have the grit. Also, Jose Aldo is literally fucking tired. Jose Aldo literally gets tired here, and he's like, "Oh shit." I'm fucking tired though. He dead ass paused and was like, "Yo, I'm tired of shit." You're gonna see Jose Aldo look at the clock in like 2 seconds here, bro. And this was crazy. He was like, "Yo, what time is it?" What time is it, bro? And then Ayman Zahibi kind of does something stupid here, right? And I mean, not stupid. I don't want to say it's a stupid decision, but kind of a weird decision. And I don't know if he was tired himself, but he clinches here, and I don't know. I felt like if you saw Jose Aldo look at the time, you know he's tired. I felt like you would have pounced on him more and probably disengaged from this clinch. But he kind of stays in this clinch a little bit and then disengages, and then we're back to boxing. But it's a lot of straightforward from Ayman Zahibi. Nothing really, not a lot of angles, right? It's a bad thing because Sean O'Malley, man, he punishes the art of coming forward too frontal. You're gonna have to hit angles on Sean O'Malley, or you're gonna have to cut him off in certain octagon positions, like positions in the octagon. Like, you're gonna have to cut him off, otherwise he's gonna use his footwork to literally get around. And something about Sean, bro, that makes him different about others, because we've seen fighters like this, right, who are very good with their feet. I was just talking about Suga in my last video. The thing about O'Malley is that he has such quick feet, but he also plants them quick as well. And when you plant your feet quick, you could get off counters insane. You could also feint and just freeze up opponents, because they don't know if you're gonna just plant your feet or if you're gonna plant your feet to throw back. And a lot of times being on your toes can disrupt the rhythm. Sterling already is on the back foot, and I skipped about 30 seconds just because he couldn't find the rhythm on the front foot. So a lot of things changed, and Sean O'Malley gets the center of the octagon where he's able to use his range, and this empty space becomes his. And a lot of what Sean O'Malley does and his magic happens in this empty space right here. It really happens here because he's so long, but not only that, because his straight shots and his feints come all down the middle. Everything's down the middle. And with Amin Zahibi, he has good movement around the cage. You'll see him go left and right. You'll see him switch stance like Aljo just did here. You'll see him even do that like Aljo just did here. Fake a little knee. But he's so forward, he's so frontal that everything's going to come forward. And eventually, Sean O'Malley reads this. He comes back on the switch stance. And now he knows that he's going to keep overextending. And eventually, you become so comfortable with overextending that I feel like Sean O'Malley kind of puts you in that position where you feel comfortable. So eventually, like I was saying, you become so comfortable with overextending or even just chasing O'Malley that you kind of forget he could plant his feet in just a second. And even there, just like that, Sean O'Malley just comes around real quick, left, right, boom, jab. Super quick. This is just literally just to keep him away. Boom, right here. Okay, I see you're overreaching. Oh, you're too close. Jab. You're too close. You're too close. The first move, your first time overextending, it was okay. I was making a read here. Sean O'Malley was making a read here. Off a southpaw, he could have threw that left hand. Genuinely, he could have threw that left hand off a southpaw straight to. He said, nah, I'm going to move out the way. We're going to parry that hand. We're going to move out the way. Oh, you're too close. Aljamain did a good job of trying to follow him here and cut off. But this is the problem. You became too comfortable in following that you became too close. Now you get popped with a jab. Get back. And Sean O'Malley's just going to stay here and take a little step back. I want you to look at Sean O'Malley. If you ever just watch any full fights, or if you're watching, obviously, this video until the end, I hope you're still here. Just look at his back foot. Just look at his back foot. His back foot really controls everything on each stance, right? Back foot switches here. Now he's on this stance. He feints this off the back foot. He's in this stance. Switches. Boom. Little step back. Shuffle. Now we're back, right? Aljamain's in the center of the ring, in the octagon, but he has no control because Sean O'Malley has such good footwork, and he's like leading the dance, bro. He's leading the dance on the back foot. Amin Zahibi isn't, I think he's too frontal to play and tag along in the dance of Sean O'Malley on the back foot, and I think it'll lead into a disastrous moment with Amin Zahibi getting knocked out. I really do. Let's make this prediction. Enough of the talking. I think you guys get the point. Suga Sean O'Malley, let's go KO third round. I really think this could go a decision just because, well, I'm going to be honest. Amin Zahibi's very awkward. So I don't know if, Sean O'Malley's going to read him early on. And I can't lie, he's also a pretty decent boxer. I'm pretty confident Sean O'Malley wins. I do think, though, this could go to a decision. And if it does end up in a knockout, I could see 1, 2, or 3 rounds of Sean O'Malley getting a knockout. It could be in the first, it could be in the second, or it could be in the third. I picked the third round just because it seems more reasonable to me. I feel like Sean O'Malley might find that timing in the third or maybe the second. I might switch this to the second round, honestly. I feel like a lot of the first round is going to be tit for tat. We're going to do a lot of feints. We're going to do a lot of jabs. Might do a little 1-2s here and there. And then the second round, we're going to mix things up. I think Sean O'Malley could hurt him in the second round. I don't know if he takes him out in the second round, which is why I'm thinking a KO in the third round. Second or third round, anyways. Um, I'm gonna give Zahibi the benefit of the doubt. Say he gets hurt, maybe the second round and third round he comes off the stool and gets knocked out. Let's go. Amin Zahibi versus Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley KO third round. Peace.